Hello guys and welcome finally back to CK2 A Game of Thrones. It has been about 2-3 months and there's a reason for that. So I didn't just abandon YouTube. My computer broke down essentially and I lost all my files, all my settings, everything, and I have a new computer now, which is what I'm using right now, and it should run better. But I lost all the save files, so the other series that were in progress, I guess, are just going to have to remain unfinished, which is a very big shame. But, you know, upwards and onwards, as they say, as I say, and we'll start a new series. And I did want to make a CK3 series, and I will make a CK3 series soon to go along with this one, because I've quite enjoyed CK3. I've gotten to playing it since it came out, and I think it's been quite fun, and I can't wait for the Game of Thrones mod for that one. I definitely want to play that on the channel. But yeah, for now I did want to just stay to what is a little more common to the channel, and stay with a CK2 Game of Thrones series. And we'll start in a scenario that I haven't started as of yet on the channel, and that's the Clash of Kings one, a very popular scenario because it's where the regular stories take place. The books and the show, they start around here. So this is the main war that breaks out. And I don't really know who I'm playing as, to be honest. I mean, obviously we have Joffrey on the throne, and he's combating against Robb Stark, the King in the North. Could be a choice to play as the King in the North. At the same time, Stannis is King in the Stormlands, and actually, what I might do, roll it back 2 days, because, just a tip for those of you who don't know that, if you roll it back just to the first of the third moon, Renly's still alive, and it's pretty much the same bookmark as the Parley at Storm's End. So you still get that Parley at Storm's End event with Stannis offering Renly peace, but now you have the 5 kings. So things can go a little different with Renly living, maybe, this time. We'll see. But yeah, it does leave Renly alive, Stannis alive, Joffrey, Robb, and the 5th king over here, Balon Greyjoy, who might not be a king. He could still join Robb Stark. That's very possible. So, who are we playing as? Actually, you know who I haven't really played as much in CK2? The Dornish. The Martells. I think they could be an interesting start, and I think that's who I'm going to be playing as, good old Prince Doran. And that's because most of the Lord Paramounts already have a side in this war. They already have their kind of fate a little plotted out, in that most of them are at war with each other. The Reach is automatically following the Stormlands at the beginning, and then gets that little event to join Joffrey if Renly does die. The West has to join Joffrey. The Iron Owls have breaking free or joining the North. They each have their own kind of set piece, but the open kind of clean slate of Dorne seems quite enticing to me, because Doran isn't on any side. So we could join either king, or we could wait, perhaps. Wait for a king to come from the east, or a queen, who knows, you know? Maybe we stay true to old allegiances. Obviously, the Vale has a similar kind of start where they're not sided with anyone. But, yeah, I think Dorne might be a little funner because they're already messed in with the Targaryens a bit. So, let's get going and play as Doran Martell. I haven't really messed with the game rules since, on this new computer yet, so I haven't had to save, new game rules or set these up. So they're pretty much just going to stay to default, I think, because I'm not planning on changing anything. Let me just have a quick scan over things. Yeah, I think everything's fine. And we'll be off. Here we go. 16 years ago, the Lannisters killed my sister and her little children when they eventually sided with Robert Baratheon in the damned War of the Usurper, which we've seen on the channel. We shall stay out of this war, for now. But we will have our revenge. So, we're the Martells. We're plotting our revenge on House Lannister for what they did to Elia. my sweet sister, who was crushed by the mountain. And he's going to be one of the people we want revenge against. So let's just kind of set a couple of pretty base goals for this playthrough. One of them is I want to see the mountain that rides. I want to see his head on a nice little, adorning a nice little spike outside of Sunspear. I want us to capture the mountain and to execute him. So I want him dead. Tywin might be a little old for us to get a revenge on him, but we'll certainly look at getting revenge on his line. Take someone important from him like he took someone important from me. And obviously, I mean, well, let's not say obviously, but we might support the Targaryens. I say might because I want to leave it a bit to you guys as to who you want to support. Maybe you don't want to go with the Targaryens. Maybe Doran in this reality wants a Baratheon king because he thinks it'll give him more power. Who knows, you know? Or maybe he wants independence and he wants a free and independent Dorne. Kind of like how there's a free and independent North right now, you know? Maybe Doran takes inspiration from that. We don't know. But yeah, for now, just toggling special interest, all the main Lord Paramounts. I think I've gotten them all. Where's the... there we go. Joffrey, Renly, Mace, Tywin. Oh, I haven't gotten Stannis. And of course, good old Dany, the only living Targaryen. Let's see if we can get her maybe married to Quentyn to get that alliance. If we want to go that way, of course. But for now, we are Doran Martell, the Prince of Dorne, an elusive shadow, so we're gonna try and be as cunning as we can and plotting a lot. Quick, a knight, deceitful, kind, temperate, diligent, humble, just, patient, and obviously we have a little bit of gout. We have our wife, Malario, the Nervoshi woman. Then our eldest kid, Arianne, is our heir because, if you don't know, in Dorne, it's actually the only place in Westeros with cognatic inheritance. So that means just the eldest child will inherit, not necessarily the eldest son. So, Arianne is our heir, intricate web weaver, attractive, master seductress, proud, brave, deceitful, lustful, and ambitious. And obviously we get a bit of that in the books, because I think she has 1 or 2 chapters dedicated to her. She has a couple more with the Kingsguard Knight, Ares Oakheart, when he's there. So yeah, we do want to get her married. She's 22. And I have noticed the AI seems to always marry her to Oberyn, but we're not doing that. We're not gonna... Yeah, we're just not gonna do that. That doesn't sound good. Let's keep it open for now. Quentyn is still unmarried, but we want to keep him unmarried in case we get some sort of event with a Targaryen. I don't know if there is an event, because again, I haven't played the Martells much. But I think there might be. One where Quentyn gets to propose to Dany a marriage. Don't know if that's just in the... what's it called? The Feast for Crows scenario. Where I know there's an event like that, because I've played as the Targaryens. And finally our youngest, Trystane Martell, who's the only one who's there in the shows, for whatever reason. And him we can pretty much just marry off for alliances. Arianne, we want to marry well since she's our heir, and Quentyn, we're holding out to see if he can marry the Targaryen princess. But Trystane, we can just kind of ship off to a vassal or something. So for now, the only trait he seems to have is curious. Let's go for it, I guess, since it's the only childhood education trait he seems to have positive. We obviously can't go with learning. I'd like to go with intrigue, but to be fair, we already have a kid in intrigue. We'll have 2 in diplomacy. Why not? Trystane, who do you marry? A couple of decent ooh, here we go. That's who we want. Gwyneth Ironwood, 1 year younger than him, and the daughter of Lord Ironwood of the Stoneway, who is obviously a major lord here in Dorne. We want to keep him happy. Let's get that marriage sealed. Let's have a look at our council as well. Oh, and before we do, how did I forget about my brother, Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper of Dorne. He's fantastic. As you can tell, formidable fighter. Is he my friend? He's green, but it doesn't say he's my friend. He is. He'll probably show up when we start. And obviously the Sand Snakes, a lot of marriage potential there. But that's a lot of Sand Snakes to marry off. Jeez, yeah. I mean, you have 2 traits for stewardship, but you also only have 1 stewardship and 0 base. So I'm just gonna go with Marshall here because she has base Marshall. And also positive there. Obella? Leave the rest of you open. But maybe we should start marrying them off. You know, because there's plenty of Sand Snakes out there. Maybe some of them will remain unmarried, some of the older ones, Nymeria, Tyene, and Obara. Maybe even Sarella, but she's 18. Joffrey, really? Now that's a thought. The Iron Throne would marry one of the Sand Snakes to Joffrey. So they really want our support, it seems. Will they marry... Ah! Interesting. So we could marry our heir, Arianne Martell, to King Joffrey Baratheon, who obviously is a Lannister, but it would be marrying a king. So for now, I'm not going to leave Arianne married for this episode, and I'm going to leave that as one of the options for you guys, I guess. But it's more than likely he'll get married by the end of the episode, I think. Probably to Sansa or Marjorie, if the Renly dying event goes, which it usually seems to do. But we'll see. We still have Sand Snakes to potentially marry to him. You know, we have a lot of people here. For now, I'm just going to leave the Sand Snakes unmarried. If someone proposes a marriage to me, I'll consider it, but I'm not going to be actively looking for their marriage. Okay, finally. Council. Manfrey Martell, my cousin, pretty decent Castellan. I could swap it to my son Quentin, though. He does have better stewardship. His diplomacy is slightly worse, but he is a better fit. So I was thinking, if I'm giving Quentin a position on the council, it's probably stewardship, isn't it? And he's worse than the current treasurer, so he can't replace her. Yeah, let's do that. Quentin becomes the new Castellan, and we'll have him just oversee the realm for now. Yeah. Our Justiciar, meanwhile, is not going to be Ricasso, because he is ancient and quite bad at his job. It could be Tyene Sand, but I don't know that I want too many of my family members just filling up the council ranks. I do want some of my lords there as well, so they're pleased. And in fact, let's give this to Quentin Corgyle, the Lord of Sandstone, 51 years old. He's a Grey Eminence. He'll die relatively soon anyways. We'll keep him happy while he's alive. For now, nothing. We'll see if we have to improve with someone. Franklin Fowler can remain the Master-at-Arms. That is fine. Is there any children really to train? I guess Trystane, but does that really matter? I don't think it does. So just start training troops in Sunspear instead. Ooh. My apologies. And Alessa Ladybright can remain the treasurer of Dorne. Spy Master, maybe we should move that to my brother Oberyn. No, actually, not Oberyn. Oberyn will serve me in different ways, but Arianne, let's give her a position on the council, because we have her brother there. So let's give them both a little position. Arianne serves as Spy Master, Quentin as Castellan. That'll fuel their little sibling rivalry, won't it? Very good. Maester, we have 3 Maesters. Calliope, Kedri, and Miles. Kedri might be the best one. Miles is the youngest one. We'll give it to Kedri because he's got better learning. And finally, the Septon of Sunspear can just... Ooh, actually. Suppose you could proselytize the 7 to the Rhoynar place, but let's leave the Rhoynar people be. We don't mind them. Minor titles. Designated Regent. Now, this is what Oberyn will serve me as. He's not in the council, but he is the Regent. If something were to happen to me, he would be in charge, not either of my kids. Trust my brother more than them right now. Bodyguards, well, I mean, yeah. Areo Hota, who is fantastic. Oberyn, who is also amazing. And let's come up with a couple more. Maybe one of the Sand Snakes? Ooh, Gascoigne of the Greenblood is quite good. Aaron Dalt is pretty decent. Let's give it to Gascoigne of the Greenblood. And then we'll make one of the Sand Snakes Obara my bodyguard. And we'll make Nymeria, the other Sand Snake, a bodyguard as well. So we have 2 Sand Snakes as bodyguards. We have Oberyn, Areo Hota, and then we have Gascoigne of the Greenblood, who I think is Ariane's friend, if I'm not mistaken. Council, Paramount Knight. We'll give that to Franklin Fowler, who's the Master at Arms. Keeper of the Swans, Lady of God's Grace, Master of Horse, Lord of the Stoneway. Yeah, okay, he won't accept it. Oh, I guess because he's dealing with the marriage proposal, maybe? Master of Hunt can be the Lord of the Great Desert. High Almoner the Uller, Cupbearer can be Lord of Sandstone. Court Tutor Maester Kedri, he's actually quite well balanced, so he'll serve pretty well there. And we need a King's Justice, and there's no man more fit for that than Areo Hota. Oberyn is a commander. Joss Hood is pretty decent. He's got flanker, so let's keep him there. Ambition. Realm prosper, adopt a lifestyle, secure house. I don't think Duran particularly wants any of these, to be frank. Let's just say see the realm prosper. I guess he wants Dorne to prosper. And we'll also plot some intrigue. Crown focus in Sunspear. Oh, and these ones need focuses. You can just work on etiquette because you have a pretty decent grasp of intrigue. And you have quite a good martial, so actually struggle, Daria, a little more. That seems to be about the main things. We have 5,000 men here. They don't seem to be... They're not event troops. They're just an extra 5,000 men from my Demesne that are actually preventing me from raising the more men I have there. So let's put them down. 'Cause they actually don't let me take more men. So that's worse. I think that's it. Oh, wait, no. Of course not. Plotting. What do we want to plot? Well, let's see. Can we... Damn it. I wanted to see if it was possible to imprison the mountain so he could be brought before me. But it looks like that's a no. Tywin is actually not very susceptible. So let's try and get Gregor Clegane killed, I guess? As our first little act of revenge. Yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of work from the shadows a lot and try to assassinate people we feel were complicit in the death of Elia. We'll start with Clegane, and we might move to, where is he? Good old Amory Lorch. There he is. Keep him as a special interest character because we're going to be coming for him. Yeah, we're going to be coming for him. Let's actually kill him first because he's older. Yeah, he's the one who killed the babies, I think. One of them. Probably. Plot power. Ooh. It's actually not as easy as it said it was going to be. Treasurer, Castellan, Master at Arms, Justiciar. Where's your Spy Master? I guess he doesn't have one appointed yet, so let's wait for him to appoint one. And let's get started just at 2 speed so we can see what happens, and there we go. Daenerys has tamed Drogon pretty much immediately. Drogon 0. I guess she had an event to tame it, and it's worked. Ooh, Prince Doran, I declare that my brother Robert left no true-born issue of his body, the boy Joffrey, the boy Tommen, and the girl Myrcella, being abominations of incest between Cersei Lannister and Sir Jaime the Kingslayer. By right of birth and blood, I do lay claim to the Iron Throne. Let all true men declare their loyalty. Signed, Stannis of the House Baratheon, first of his name, King of the Andals, the Rhoynar, and the First Men, and Lord of the Seven Kingdoms. Huh. Now here's what I'm gonna do about this. I think Doran suspects this. I think he's clever enough to know what's going on in King's Landing. But he's going to play it kind of like he does in the books and the show. It's all lies. We know what's going on, but we're not going to publicly assume it. You know, we're going to keep our cards close to us, if you understand my meaning there. Widespread rumors say that the High Septon leads a most wicked lifestyle quite unsuitable for any Septon, and even more so for one in his exalted position. We must pray for his eternal soul. Yeah, he's not a great High Septon, is he? Ooh, and Balon, there he is. He has gone after Robb instead of going after the West. So, Balon Greyjoy has crowned himself Iron King, and he's invading the North. It looks like Renly hasn't died. Stannis has hanged the Septon, but he's not killed Renly. So, where's Melisandre? Because she should have an opinion modifier, I think. Disappointed. Ooh, yes, I think Stannis said no to her about killing Renly, so that means there's a battle for the Stormlands, Stannis against Renly. And for those of you Renly fans, he's still alive in this era. So that's pretty cool. Anders Ironwood has accepted our marriage proposal. I'll name him Master of the Horse now as well. So, good. We've gotten Lord Anders on side. Let's see if he's named a Spy Master yet. No. Amory Lorch is not really making it too easy, but we'll still be able to do this. Pay off a couple of people. How much money am I making? Ooh, that's a good amount. Yeah, I can pay off all these people. Invite, invite, invite. And we'll have the Spy Master, my daughter, build a spy network. Over here in Glitterdale. Yeah. It seems that Master Ronan of Sourton, the Spy Master Sir Desiel of Lemonwood, has been sent to Lemonwood to investigate rumors of a plot. Maybe he should be silenced before he finds out about my plot to kill Sir Amory of Glitterdale. Might be necessary. The Master of Lord Dalt has come here and he's investigating things. Have him killed immediately gives me a 69% chance he dies instead of 33%. So let's do that. And he has died. Under suspicious circumstances. People don't know it's me. And they're joining me. The men have asked. The wall is under assault, and the Night's Watch is hard-pressed to defend it. They have called on all the Lords of the Realm to take up arms and aid them in defending the realm from the dangers of beyond the wall. I forgot all about the wall. Yeah, Jeor Mormont and Mance Rayder going at it right now. Mormont's a bit outnumbered, but he might be able to pull through with some help from the north. We'll see. Good old Jon Snow's there. Has anyone joined him? Because I'm not joining him. I'm way down in the south. That's not my business. No one's joined him. Well, sounds a lot like a you problem, Jeor. Not really a me problem, not a Doran problem, you know? Doesn't concern us down here in Dorne. We've never even seen snow. Much less White Walkers. Ooh. And Joffrey has taken the sigil of House Baratheon and Lannister. It's a cool little look for him. I like that sigil. Oh, and they have edited Stannis' sigil, I think. 'Cause it looks proper. Maybe it's been like that forever and I've never actually noticed it, but it looks really cool. I like this. 2,000 men. I expect to lose to Renly since he didn't get him killed. He's got the support of, yeah, just a couple of lords. Oh, and Beric Dondarrion's already been beat, so there's the Brotherhood without banners. Defeated in very short work by Joffrey and Tywin. So, Good job from them. An obsidian axe. Cool. Just vassal opinion prestige, apparently. Still cool. Ooh. So he seemingly got that from Soren Shieldbreaker. Sorry about that interruption, guys, but we are back already. So, let's keep going, and Stannis is making more offerings. He's just burning people left and right, it looks like. There goes Prester Rampton. Joffrey has had the true account of Duskendale's journey added to his coffers, and that's because Giles Rosby has died. House Rosby's at an end, and Joffrey inherits a little bit of new land. Who's he giving that to? Tandis Stokeworth. Interesting. So House Stokeworth now has all of that. All of which should go to Felice, I think. And then through Felice to Bowman Birch. Joffrey has a fire sword as well. I'm assuming he took that from Thoros. Is Thoros of Myr dead? Has he been burned? He might have. He's probably been burned. Oh, I can't see it. Yeah. I think Thoros is dead, guys. That brave, brave drunkard. I also like that Rainwood looks a lot smaller now, because before it used to be this big land mass across here. It felt kind of weird that that was just unlanded place that they had given all of that territory to Davos. Looks much better as this kind of one small province, because, yeah, he's an upstart, you know? Stannis just gave him his bit of lands as a reward. What is happening in the north? Let's check. Okay. So, it seems Robb has decided to marry Rosalind Frey to keep the alliance with the Freys. So right there's a big change from the actual history, and one that could be quite beneficial to Robb. Yeah. And where is the Westerling girl? They have stayed out of the war, so they're not involved. Probably because Robb has them, yeah. She could be pregnant. I think she is. We'll have to check. But Robb, for now, has sided with the Freys in that little argument and has gotten married to Rosalind. Whoa! And Dany is moving pretty fast. She's already attacked Yunkai for emancipation. Okay. Jesus. Things are going at lightning pace right now. Everyone knows how deep and passionate the love between one of the courtiers and his wife are, but sadly it has not resulted in any children. I have heard the wife asking the other wives about cures and ways to get with child, but to no avail. Might he be impotent? I have to know. Oh, so apparently my cousin Manfrey might be impotent. Do I have to know that, Duran, do you think? Is this really necessary information? I don't know that it is, but I suppose I have to know. I'm gonna ask him. Duran's inquisitive, right? He's just asking his cousin, making conversation. Jaime's also still in chains, so Robb still got him. Today, my brother Prince Oberyn asked me for a fief of his own. A government specifically, he would like the Castle of the Water Gardens. Alright, yeah, that's something I didn't really look at too much. But we start with Gaston Grey, the minor little island here in the western sea of Dorne, with very little levies. Is this even de jure of something? Just Dorne. So it doesn't have a high lordship, it's solo lordship. Okay. And we have the Castle of the Water Gardens. Quite nice. Do I want to give that to Oberyn? Actually, sure. I'll give Oberyn the Water Gardens. That way he stays close to me, and he has something to command. Although that would mean he won't be appointed to the Kingsguard. So do we want to commit Oberyn on a path of ruling land rather than potentially trying to get him into the Kingsguard of someone? I don't know, because he could be quite a good Kingsguard member for Dany or for Joffrey if we want to side that way. And obviously would give us a man on the inside to look through, but maybe we just want him to rule something. Gaston Grey I kind of plan on giving to Quentyn if he doesn't get married to Dany, so he can rule something. It's just his own little island where he doesn't really threaten Arianne, but he gets to rule something. So the Water Gardens I could give to Oberyn. I'm going to say you're not ready yet, and I'm going to deny him the title, but I'm going to leave that open. And if you guys think I should give it to him, let me know in the comments, and I will consider it. Yeah, because I don't really know what I want to do with Oberyn. Ooh, we can send for Faceless Man. Do we want that? Probably not. Would cost us more than we have to give. I mean, both in money and in other respects. The Aarons have still stayed out of it. Alright, I'm gonna end this episode here. Because it's been about 30 minutes. And we haven't actually sided with anyone for any of these wars. But the main conflicts have broken out. Joffrey's at war with Robb. And he's got the support of Tywin. So that's still going, and Robb has actually made the smart decision and married the Frey girl. At the same time, the Stormlands and Dragonstone are in their own little war over control, Stannis v. Renly. And the Reach supports Renly in that one, so he should win pretty easily, you'd think, because he has a lot more men than Stannis. And Stannis chose not to assassinate him. Is Dragonstone fallen? No, but it might be under siege because Stannis is in hiding. And so is his kids and his wife. Yeah, I think Dragonstone's under siege already. But, yeah. If you guys want me to maybe declare for someone already, or to try to go for our independence, that's another thing you could let me know, because this is such a blank slate, Dorne. And this is why I think it's such an interesting start at the Clash of Clans scenario. We can pretty much do anything. We can break out for independence, because now is pretty much prime opportunity for that. We can actually claim a lot of the throne from Myrcella. Ah, because I'm her guardian. Ooh, that's very good. I like that. I like that a lot. So he have control of Myrcella. And we could actually claim the throne for her. Ooh. I just remembered why it was Trystane was the sole Martell character in the show. It's because he was meant to marry Myrcella. And that's actually not a bad idea. So I might just break that betrothal with the Ironwood girl to marry him to Myrcella. Oh. But that's like siding with the Lannisters. I don't know that I want to do that. Obviously he's still betrothed and we still have control of Myrcella for another 7 years. So we have time to make that decision if we want to marry Trystane to Myrcella, or if we want to marry maybe Quentyn to Myrcella. Also possible. I think he'd accept either betrothal, wouldn't he? Maybe not. Maybe we can't even make that marriage. That's possible. Although it is a shame. But yeah, if you want me to go for an independence or to side with one particular king, let me know. Because when Renly beats Stannis, or when Stannis beats Renly, another one of them is going to declare a war on Joffrey. And at that point, we'll have the ability to side with the king or with the invader. We don't really have an option to side with Robb because this is just an independence war. But we can do our own independence war. So there's pretty much like 3 different paths we can take if we want to get involved in the war. We can just stay peaceful. Let our power grow, bide our time, then when the time is right. Well, there's a queen looking quite capable in the east. Yeah, very capable indeed. 13,000 men already tamed a dragon. We might look towards Daenerys' way. Shame you're still widowed, though. But yeah. That's the end of this episode. Again, sorry for the long hiatus. I do not know how my recording schedule is going to work either at this time. So episodes might be a little sporadic, I guess. But I'll try to keep them out relatively normal time. So, yeah, I'm not going anywhere. The channel's still very much alive, and I hope you guys do enjoy this series. And I should be starting a CK3 one pretty soon as well, because I want that to be the second series we're running on the channel. Yeah, without further ado, if you guys did like this episode, please do like and subscribe. I have been Nihilism. You guys have been yourselves, and I'll see you guys in the next time.